Owners like them because the dogs that are really shut down, you put it on and they're like, I can't move. Oh my God, I can't move. And owners are like, this is great.
Right,
and I'm like, no, your dog's broken.
You're scared.
On top of that, if he ever lunges on it, it sits really high up on the vertebrae, and the way that the mechanism works is it can give him whiplash because of how it turns around.
Oh, that makes sense.
And he does.
Okay.
I know he does,
excited.
which is why I'm like, I don't know. It's like one of the tools that, like, yeah, sure, 15 years ago, when everybody was like, yeah, gentle leaders, they're great. They're terrible. Your dog is miserable, and the only reason it's gentle is it's not metal.
Okay.
So with the prong collars, no matter the size of the dog, I would use the smallest prongs. Why? The more prongs you have, the more weight distribution, the gentler it is.
Okay.
So I use the tiny prongs because it's the gentlest option.
Let's do it because I can't do it anymore.
This needs to be high up on his neck, not low. And the reason is you don't want it on the thyroid. You don't want it on the trachea, okay? The thyroid and trachea are here.
Probably.
Yeah, you want it snug up high, okay? Now, it is uncomfortable. Give me this arm, please. I'm going to have you feel it, though. You tell me if it's painful or uncomfortable. I'm going to give a correction.
Okay. That's not that bad.
Exactly. It looks gnarly, right?
Yeah, it looks like it would hurt. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you're
But
right.
that was like a proper wrist flick. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, they're actually, you want to try it?
But if he lunges,
but if he lunges, but then
it's going to be
but
uncomfortable.
that's on him, Chris.
Yes.
So
he'll learn not to do that. Yep.
And
that's actually fairly hard, right?
Yep.
It's because you have even pressure. It's this martingale action.
Okay.
Instead of pinching on one side like the slip leash does, it goes all around so that it goes all around instead of in one place.
Yeah, a lot of times I run downstairs and somebody's like, take him out real quick. So I run out, but I don't have any treats. So I'm correcting him, but I'm not giving him a positive.
Exactly. And then you're just frustrated because your corrections at this point, because he's getting strong, you're having to correct way more just to compensate. This will less correction.
Well, then like this morning when we were walking into
Way
school.
too big because he's all fluff.
Yeah. When we were when he was walking him up to school with dropping Zoe off at the bus, there was a dog over there, and he didn't correct either. He just kind of pulled like this. You know?
Yeah, but at that point, forget it, right? It's like a lost cause almost.
Right. Yeah.
Because just of who he is. Now, keep in mind, everything with him is fluff. So when I close the collar, I kind of put my fingers here to kind of
make sure there's
prevent
space.
the fluff from
getting stuck in
I
there.
block it. Yeah. So I block it and I attach it.
So how high up is it though?
It's right behind his ears. Feel that?
Okay. And we can take off the black one if you want.
No, it's fine. Because it'll keep it in place. Loki.
Okay.
It'll help keep it in place. Now with him, here's the problem though. Look at how much space I have.
Yeah.
It's all fluff. When you attach the collar and the collar is on, if you move it side to side, you want to see the skin move with it. The problem is the skin is moving with it because of his fluff, not because of the collar. Because look at how much hand I can get under there. You take one more out. I know, buddy. And you have all this hair. So I took one out on this side, and I will give you the extra links if you decide you want this one. If not, order one. And then what you do is you keep the links for as he grows.
Okay.
But this is the Hermsprenger 2.25 millimeter collar.
Okay.
And once again, I'm going to do this right above the ears. That's good. And keep in mind, with all that fluff, this will give you a little bit more power, but it's not going to be that invasive. Now, there's two rings. There's the round ring and the D ring.
Okay.
You want the leash to go on the D ring.
Okay.
Okay. The one that hangs off. Okay.
And we can, for now, you'll cut the
I'll cut that off.
Now, same thing as before, guys, but with your corrections, all you need is a wrist flick.
Okay, not a pull. That's it.
Yeah,
okay, I'll do it.
Let's go. Let's go. Good boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's the treat lady. She's always got a treat.
Yeah, let's go. So let's see if he lags behind. I'm just going to walk him up and down.
Okay.
Just a wrist flick now, though, right? Because we've got heavier machines.
Yeah, the girls can't use that with him. Or choke him.
Yeah, they
slow wrist flicks.
Yeah, just
they can. If you practice and put the prong collar and the slip collar on.
Okay.
On the hook.
So
that it's distributed even more. And that's why. So if the
So say that again now.
If
Put
the
on.
girls use it, you add this collar and this collar. You do both.
Oh, okay. So it's only half.
So that's only half, right?
They're just not. They're very inconsistent. So we just need to be.
Yeah.
You're in.
Yes, good boy. Let's go.
I mean,
aren't we all? We're humans. You're learning a skill, guys.
Yes.
You're like, we're learning how to play tennis. Are we going to Wimbledon?
Right.
I'm like, guys, it takes
I know.
time and practice to get it.
I know.
Probably the worst. I mean, he'll do his weight now. Like at the door, he won't pull me getting out of the door. But once we're out, it's still like.
So yeah, none of that anymore, Beth. Yes. just the wrist.
Okay.
And you can feel it, hear it click, right?
Yeah, I heard
Let's
it.
go. Yeah. No. Yes.
I know that's a treat.
Good boy. Let's go. Have it. Good. Let's go. He's like, hold
He's
on,
a
I'm
slow
slow.
eater.
He's like, I'm slow.
I'm sorry, and you know what the other
He
thing?
went poof overnight, didn't he, since I saw you
Yeah,
last?
he's like 30 pounds now.
Holy crap. He grew.
So the other thing that he does is I feel like he should have been named Ferdinand.
Why is that?
I'm sure he's figured it out. It's like when I'm walking with him, bee, flower, flower.
Well, yeah, it's a puppy, though,
And
yeah.
he's just like,
So
and that
one
was
of the
jerking
things
for
is,
that too. Like, I'm
yeah.
like, what are you after? I'm
So
like, it's a
here's
bee.
what you do for those things, okay? You need to give yourself kind of like a dancer. You need to give yourself a focal point.
Okay.
And when you walk, and he goes, bee, butterfly, whatever, you give yourself a focal point. Like for me, it's the red car over there in that parking lot.
Okay.
And what you do is you just walk.
Okay.
You just keep walking. Like I blow it off. It's not an option.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it, I don't even know he's doing it, but I'm doing this because it's
I
bee.
speed up. So I'm like, let's go. And I walk.
Okay.
And then if there's bees and butterflies, you can always cinch him and then speed up. You're like, no, we're walking. I have to get to that car. The butterflies don't matter. The bees are gone. I have to get to the car.
Okay. He was doing that a lot yesterday. I was just like, what? I'm like, what are you stopping at? And I realized it's a
But
bumblebee
the
he's trying
fact
to
that
play with.
you said, what do you, yeah, we're going. You can't stop. The fact that you were like, what are you looking at? That means that you stopped. The fact that
Yeah, I did because I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I stopped.
It doesn't matter what's going on.
Okay.
You keep walking.
Okay. Yeah. No, I stopped.
Do you see how he keeps trying to lag back? It's behind and he hits the car. He's like, huh, what the hell?
She's moving.
Yeah, that doesn't move. That's not a thing anymore, dude. Like, we don't sit
We should
down.
probably get him to potty before we start doing a walk so that he doesn't try to stop and potty.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you heard him out when you were with Ginger.
If I was,
When you heard him.
oh, I did, yeah. But I mean, I was like, Ginger needs to work on leaving me off. We're gonna go stop Loki.
Oh, I thought about going over, but I was afraid to because he was being so bad. I was just like,
No, we
inside.
were stalking you. We're like, we're gonna stalk her, so we came around over here.
Okay, yeah, and then
Yeah.
that's when I was like, okay, because he was pulling so bad and was not listening. I'm like, that's
Beth,
it, we're
the
done.
hardest thing is, and you too, Chris, we cannot let him pull, which means your corrections need to happen before the leash is 10, not after.
Yeah.
So you almost, and I'm going to drill you guys now, you almost have to practice the preemptive correction. Because I think you're too slow,
Yeah, no problem.
right? So if I'm like, Loki, let's go, come on, let's go, yeah. If I'm going to correct him, if he's close to me and I give a correction, look, nothing happens.
Right.
If he's lagging behind and I give a correction, there's a little bit of tension.
Just
I
a
can hear the change.
gentle, yeah.
Gentle, okay? It doesn't have to be hard. What?
Keep going, Loki. Don't worry about us.
Good.
You stay with her.
Then if I go this way, if he goes ahead, let's go. And so even here, because I don't want to drag him too much, I'm going to give little corrections until he
Right.
follows.
Okay.
Yes, good boy, and then they stop.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But yeah, he's used to you stopping,
Right.
Right.
which is why he's putting brakes on. Like, this is bullshit. This let me stop and put brakes on.
Okay.
Good boy. But if he were to get ahead, yes, which he's not for me,
Right.
you want to correct about
He
here.
does only when the
Do you
kids
see
are
this
ahead.
distance? Do you see this
Yeah.
distance? If I correct now, I'm going to feel the chain.
Okay.
This is where I want to correct. Not here. This is too late.
Okay.
And not here. This is too early.
Too early. Okay.
It should be as the leash is coming up to flat, not
So
after flat.
He's
Okay.
getting more
Yes.
protective with the girls. Like if they're up, like they'll run up to go to the bus, so they'll run up to go to the
They have a friend at the top
and
of the
then I'm
street.
like,
Yeah.
right? But when
So
he
what I
doesn't
want
see
you to
him, he's
practice
hysterical.
when the kids are out, I want you to practice stationary to begin with, okay?
Okay.
So like, let's go. Let's stand over here. Let's say the girls are out and kids are out playing and it's nice weather and they're on their bikes or rollerblades or whatever the hell.
Right.
What I want you to practice is the girls going behind this bush because you won't be able to see them, going behind this way behind the cars because you won't see them, and you practice a leave it as they walk away.
Okay.
And leave it means he has to turn away from them and pick you.
Okay.
So if he's staring at something, Chris, can you distract him for me for a second?
Okay, Loki.
If I go
Hair will
leave
be
it,
done in like 10 minutes.
leave it, leave it, leave it, yeah. I want him on board
So when a puppy comes up and he immediately lunges, what do we do in this situation?
If you see the puppy, you should say leave it, and if he lunges, you say no, and you move back and encourage him to follow you.
Yes.
Yeah, and I would say before he even lunges, your best bet is to say leave it and start moving backwards so that he learns that's what's expected. Yeah, that's fine. Dude, we're going to put you in the shade. Come on, let's go over here. There's more shade over here. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Excellent. Nice job, buddy. Here we go. A little bit more shade. There you go. Have a pepperoni.
Take about 3 weeks.
What happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What do you mean?
In Easter, at the show.
We raped the competition.
You did?
Clyde finished his championship the first day of the show. He is only 18 months old.
Woo! So you go. Did you get into
my
what's the-
Thursday ribbon was my new champion ribbon.
Did you get into? Did you try to?
My
get into
Friday ribbon was best of breed. We beat Greg Strong and Marjorie Good, who are two of the best terrier handlers in the country, and we beat them for best of breed with my young dog over their champions.
Wow.
And this is locally, or?
This was at
And this
near
was a place
Richmond
in
at
Okay,
Dogwell.
okay.
Which we could have actually. We ended
And
up
then
finishing it.
I did watch the Pee-wee judging in the competition. We were crying and we were dying. It was amazing. It was fantastic, actually.
So, and that's why I don't feel like I could take him to a show.
Why was
now
it fantastic?
anyway.
Because it was funny, or there were?
Because for the first time in a very long time, despite COVID, there was a sense of very deep community. There were about 50 adults standing ringside while the juniors were going, and the judge had on a sparkly hat and a sparkly like cummerbund and vest, and he kept the crowd going.
Okay, so he was like really getting everybody into.
And it was in the middle of lunch, and there's all these adults cheering on children. Like Haley is 2.5; she'll be 3 in August. From 3-year-olds with their huskies to like the 8-year-old with her Borzoi, who's as tall as her.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And like these adults are cheering, going nuts over these kids showing, right? So like, but there was that sense of like, oh my God, community, and I feel like everybody's been lacking that because of COVID,
Right.
Well, that's why we were talking about show. I'm like, I don't even know how I would get him to all those dogs to pay attention.
No, you go to a show that I'm at, and I do it for you the first time, and then the
Okay.
second time you guys do it.
Okay.
So you enter him in breed.
Okay.
In the 6 to 8 month pup or 6 to 12 month puppy.
Okay.
You have me show him so I get him used to it the first time
Okay.
around, and the
Okay.
next time the girls do it.
Okay, that's what I was
Or
like.
Then we'll learn what to do. Yeah.
Zoe, I get to be in the ring with Zoe as her mentor.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
with Pee-wee,
Oh,
I
that's
can
right.
be in the
'cause
ring
she'd
with
be-
her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She plays with him more, so
Good.
he goes to her more than he does. to
Yeah,
her,
because
typically.
she's more fun. Like
Yeah.
it sucks, but like she's more fun.
Yeah.
So then on Friday we entered Westminster.
Yes, I was
We
gonna ask,
took
did you
best
get
of
him?
breed again on Sunday. Saturday we got an owner handler group 3 placing. But I find out tomorrow. Tomorrow I get my COVID vaccine. Tomorrow I find out when we make an offer on this property. And tomorrow I find out if I got into Westminster.
You
Oh,
got a
wow,
lot
like
going on
tomorrow's
tomorrow.
the
I didn't sleep last night.
day. Tomorrow's the day.
Because like I'm like that kid at Christmas, like waiting for vacation to
for
come at
tomorrow.
Christmas. No, dude, I'm like 34 years old, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't sleep because like there's so much happening on Friday.
Tomorrow is like the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So is Kara coming?
I told her to come in
Okay,
when she's
so-
on
Is
break.
she on at 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's
So
what
we
we're
can
gonna
just
do.
get-
We gotta practice and exercise, and I'm gonna grab Effie in a second,
Okay.
which she's going through a hormonal bitch stage right now.
Yeah, and that was my other thing I needed to
Wanna
ask you
kill
about, like when he does start becoming more male
Humpy?
or whatever it is. Like, yeah, so do we put diapers on? Can he ejaculate? Does he do all that stuff to the kids?
So like dogs can ejaculate. They usually do that like by themselves.
Okay.
Like, they will give themselves blowjobs. That's the thing.
okay.
But they don't feel the need to service like humans do. It's not as often.
Okay, but they won't
Um,
do it when they're like humping on the kids, for instance?
They can, and so I have one client. It depends on the dog. I have one client. Her pit bull loves me so much, like he gets excited. But when he sees me, you know, like some dogs pee, he ejaculates prostate fluid.
Ah.
He's so excited, like that's how his
And he
body
does it,
reacts to
yeah.
excitement. Like he can't help it. You have the option
We gotta get
once
Zoe
he's
to-
older to take him to the vet once quarterly to have him serviced.
Oh, really?
Rub and tug, that's the thing. Vets
Really?
do that. Yes.
Huh. Okay.
That's an option.
I know you're probably jealous.
I know, right? He's like, and I'm
How much would they
paying for
charge? I mean, I could get a
I'm paying
glove.
for this. So people do it in their bathtub. It's a
I
thing.
mean-
Those stud dog
Really?
owners.
If it's going to be $150, I could just,
So like
we
when
got
I
a
use the
glove.
bathtub and use a glove, like that's a thing. I've had to do artificial insemination before, so it's very uncomfortable and awkward. But like sometimes you just gotta do what you
Gotta
gotta
do it.
So for him, the sperm gets starting produced at like 5 to 6 months of age.
Okay,
the
no, I
average
just
male.
noticed like a couple times he's been on the stairs and he's finally, I'm seeing his penis a little
You
bit more
will
often.
also see like natural like smegma, just like with humans and horses and everything else. Like there's bacteria and substance that just build up. That's normal. They clean themselves.
Okay.
They can get an infection if they don't clean themselves. Like dogs that are lazy at cleaning themselves, like their whole sheath can get like infected.
Oh, okay.
It's rare. It doesn't happen all the time. But mostly, like, you don't have to worry about it. If you keep him busy and, like, you don't have bitches in season, the only time I'd really be worried about it, and even with my males, I don't worry about it until I have a female in season and she is at the end of her season, because that's when they ovulate.
Okay.
They bleed first and then they ovulate.
And then they do. Okay.
So, like, for me, like, if they're, like they just started their season, like, I'll even let my males, like, play with them. Why? Because it's a great way for the bitches to teach them. Just because I'm in season doesn't mean I want you.
Right. Okay.
Right? But then once it goes from, like, red discharge to more, like, pink or clear and they're ready to breed, then I just totally separate them. But, like, you don't have a bitch in heat.
So will they?
But doesn't that drive them crazy when they smell it?
Yeah, sure they do. It doesn't make them aggressive. What I do with my boys is I use it as a training opportunity. I keep the bitch in season in a kennel building shut away, and they want to smell it so bad that I'm like, we're doing heel work, and if they heal, they get to go smell the kennel run. If they don't heal, I take them away. So their desire and drive to be like, I must walk with you perfectly because then I can smell the good stuff, right?
Okay.
I use it as a reward.
So is that, but when I talked to him about, he's been having diarrhea again. We're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And
have you done a food sensitivity test yet?
That I haven't done. She wanted to send his sample poop over to Texas because he only saw a few things, but
For
he's
like
back
$300
in the Metro also. So I was like, well, why send it?
It happened. They went to Clodmore Park and they were walking around and he ate a bunch of apparently Canada goose poop.
Yeah.
And
coccidia can happen.
About 4 days later, that's when it started.
Yeah, coccidia can happen. It's a normal bacteria that's from birds.
Okay, so we've had him
Chickens,
on like
geese,
another antibiotic, but every time I've given it to him, he's puked it. So.
Oh wow.
Well, you gave him a different new food with it, so.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he puked it the other day on the rice and egg too.
Nice.
So.
Okay.
So he's seeing something. This is perfect.
Somebody's out.
They're coming out.
So let's go walk over there.
And it might be a dog coming too.
Good.
Hey, it's Kara done?
What's on the loose?
The black one?
Did he get outside?
I think so.
Okay. Well.
He said he's seen him on the other side.
Okay. Well, he'll come back at some point. We'll get him.
So, but Kara, I do need Kara.
Yes, there's Kira. There's a female dog.
Stop sitting down. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yes. You're being an
You can walk over here by Kira. He likes.
Gotten a fecal after all the antibiotics and everything. I would have given a rest period because otherwise, like, it might not
Right.
show up.
They looked at his poop and said there's only one good bacteria. He should have five that they're
Then
looking
the
for.
antibiotics may have just wrecked his system. He might have like IBS because the antibiotics have just wrecked him.
Could be.
That's also an option.
IBS could be doing it. All right. I'll send you who we were thinking of because I need to take him somewhere and get this finished, finalized. Because he was.
But him's good boy.
Well, we have the antibiotics in a tube now, like the high dose.
No,
So
you mean the probiotics.
the probiotics.
Not
Yeah.
the antibiotics.
The probiotics. So that's what we need to start giving him.
You really need to just
I wanted to wait until after his stuff was done, after the antibiotics, so it wouldn't kill it immediately. But
No, give probiotics all the time, anytime.
all right,
Like you
we'll figure it out with him.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
see you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Congrats again.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
That's his other girlfriend,
And you will pull on that.
and yes, that will drive him crazy when he gets close.
Okay.
And here's what I'm going to do. If he gets too close and loses his noodle, I'm going to say leave it once, leave it twice, and then start backing away, and the prong collar will add tension, and I reward him for picking me.
Okay.
Let's go. No.
He's used to going that way.
We're gonna keep your dog for a minute.
Leave it. Yes, good boy.
Let Kira help us out here.
Let's go.
She's a good distraction.
Let's go. Yes, good boy. I'm going nice and slow, guys, and working him through it. Leave it. Yes.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that collar is all we needed all this
I
time.
think well, he wasn't old enough.
Right. Oh, okay.
You don't want to put it on a young dog, and then they think the outside is not safe. He's had enough reinforcement. So let's say he really wants to say hi to that dog. If I say leave it, and he doesn't leave it, then I go leave it, and I start moving back so that he has to divert to me. Do you see that?
Right. Yeah.
But guys, I'm using very gentle hands.
Yeah, not pulling.
Very gentle
Yeah.
hands.
That's what I gotta.
But I rather use gentle hands and do it right and work him through it than keep having to like start a lawnmower just to get through to him.
Right.
Like at this point, how heavy you have to do corrections on regular collars not fair to him. Stay. Stay. Good stay. Yes, good boy. Stay. Good stay. Excellent. Yes. And keep in mind, guys, the collar is there in addition to food, not instead of.
Okay.
Right? You still want to reward him. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go. Good. Excellent.
Try to
You
find
see how
him.
he's trying to fight me and say
Yes.
no, but I want to look back.
Well, just let him
Yeah.
have this
Over
fun.
your
We'll find him
shoulder and gently
afterwards.
keep moving. And see, he doesn't want to leave you guys either.
Right.
It's like, yes, hi, yeah, we're walking.
We're all walking. It's okay.
Yeah, we're walking. It's the thing. Let's go back to your fan.
Oh yeah, when I was walking with
We're gonna totally
with
use
everybody, like when the four of us were walking,
Leave
the
it.
kids are sitting back there,
Leave it.
you know,
Yes.
hanging out. He actually had to stop and wait for them to walk up to
Oh,
us.
wow. Oh, wow. Hey, Kara, let's go.
Yeah, come here, sweetie pie.
Just watch.
So I'm going very slow, guys, okay, just to work with him. Does he normally go bunkers when she's ahead? No. Leave
Yeah.
it. You're gonna
Head
say,
behind,
so
you
watch.
name it.
You're going to say leave it once, leave it twice, and then start moving back gently.
Okay,
Yes.
So you're not.
Two
I
times.
don't have to jerk because I have the prong on. I don't have to
Okay.
jerk.
He's got a collar on that makes it really uncomfortable if he pulls.
Yeah.
So we're trying.
what we're gonna
So we
do
can't
is-
pull hard. We got to
You
pull
can't pull
easy.
hard, which is very gentle, okay? So, Kara, can you do me a favor? Can you walk ahead of me a little bit, just down this road? Yep, go ahead. I'll follow you in a second.
Do like what you would do from school.
Let's
Start
go.
running.
Let's
you
go.
normally do.
Leave it. Yes. Whoa, yes. Now, Kara, come by, run past me this way. Loki, leave it. Leave it. And I start walking. After that second,
Okay.
leave it. I have
Oh, that was good.
Okay.
And guys, it's a formula. It's say leave it once, say leave it twice. If he does it, immediately feed him. If he doesn't, you have to start moving away from him to get him to redirect his attention on you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay? I think Effie, because she's a little bit softer in disposition, actually, she'll probably get her prong on in another 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
All
got a
right,
little
so-
bit, she's not as headstrong as he is.
Okay.
So I'm waiting a little bit longer.
Yeah, he's.
But yeah, I love
definitely-
my prongs. I love them. I love them.
Definitely.
And they cause discomfort, but they don't cause any long-term effects.
Right.
When you see the online pictures, by the way, of people with prong collars being like, oh my God, look, it left indents.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because your dog has an allergy to the metal.
Uh,
And it causes like dermatitis, so you get
oh,
sores.
so you would.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
but like now they make them in titanium and they make them in all kinds of fancy metals in case your dog has a metal allergy. But it's not because the dog was like tethered to a chain on a prong collar or like it was abused. No.
so
The
do you
dog has
leave
a
it
metal
on
allergy.
all day, or just,
No.
So you just take it
I
on?
keep it on the leash.
Oh, okay, so you put it on when you put the.
So I put it on, instead of clipping the leash's collar, I clip the prong around
Okay.
it. I
Right.
leave it on the leash.
Okay.
Make your life easy.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I was
Right?
trying to figure out.
So
Yes,
let's go.
okay.
Let's go see Kira. Come on. Yes. Oh boy. Yes. And see, the thing is, the more he walks better with me, the more cookies are going to happen. So not only is he like, oh, I don't want the prong, he's like,
Positive
screw the
and
prong.
negative, yes.
Screw the prong. You have to have both. Let's go. Yes. See, that's when I said, let's go, and he lagged behind. What did he do? He sped up. Why? He knew I was going to keep walking, and he would hit the collar. He has choice, guys. This is not old school prong collar training where it's like you sit on your dog and you say sit and you lift up on the collar while you push on their butt. Like,
Okay.
no, that's crap. Thank you. Let's go. Yes.
He might have to potty. When did he potty last?
Well, I tried to get him out here earlier.
I tried to get him potty here a second ago, and
He
wouldn't.
might have,
That's
after
why.
I saw you, I put him
Yes.
out back, and I'm hoping he went to the bathroom.
Well, and after you
You
said
tell him.
something, Chris, go potty.
Loki, go
I
potty.
came over here
Go
to
potty.
take him potty, and what did he do? He laid down.
Okay. Here, potty. Can you go
So,
potty?
Chris,
Okay, he didn't have
what
to
I
do
didn't
that.
throw him out
What I
back
do
after he
is
would
I
leave.
put him in a potty area and I
Hey,
tell him
Kara,
go
where are
potty.
you going?
Mhm.
And if he
Kara.
goes potty, great. If he doesn't, I do another loop and then I say go potty. If he doesn't potty, I do a loop or two and then again go potty.
Yep.
You don't have to always think like, oh my God, did he go potty? It's more like I need to make sure if I'm working him for 40 minutes,
Right.
I give him 2 or 3 opportunities to potty.
Yeah.
That will also encourage him to hold it because you aren't giving him a chance to potty
Right.
until like he has to hold it.
He's gotta learn to hold it, yeah.
Exactly. Like it's a good exercise. Let's go, Loki. Let's go. Yes. So, Kara, we're going to have you do some show training.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her back.
No. Where are you going?
She can do till
Yes.
12:30.
Sit.
Oh.
Yes.
So the Bobcat's back in.
Oh, he did?
Ramsey's in, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Did you want in?
Very
Oh, I
good.
just saw him.
It's okay. I'm going to move your dog a little bit. Come here. Stand. No. Loki. Stand. Stay. Let's go work on positioning you a little bit. So one of the things that we're going to start doing, I'm taking my index finger and my middle finger and I'm shoving it in his armpit right here.
Okay.
So when you shove it in the armpit here, you can move the leg very minorly in a natural position.
Okay.
He's gotten better at doing his.
What I'm doing is I'm putting my fingers in his armpit and letting the foot fall a little bit more naturally. Do you see that?
Yep. Armpit adjustment.
Here, armpit adjustment. I'm going to do it as well. He's a little pigeon-toed right now, but that's okay. It's a growth spur. But what I'm doing is I'm reaching into his armpit here with my 2 fingers, and I'm just lifting his leg up and letting him set it down wherever it falls naturally. Do you see that? So that you get a little bit more of a natural step. There we go. So, Kara, what I'm doing is I'm taking my hand and I'm putting it into his armpit here. Do you see that? There's a lot of fluff there. And I'm lifting his leg up and then putting it back on the ground. I'm doing that so that when I stack him eventually, I tell him to stand and stay, I can make sure his legs are straight eventually. I'm going to do it on this side too, okay? I'm just taking this
Practice
leg,
for what we're going to do when we train him in the ring.
Yep, pick it up and put it back down again. And it's ugly right now, so don't look at it.
Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's to get him used to the procedures. Eventually, we can then actually toe him in.
Okay.
And make it a little bit straighter. You toe him in,
Yep.
make it a little bit straighter. But for him, it's a developmental thing, okay? So don't look at his feet right now.
Okay.
So, in the back, Kara, come over here and look. I'm going to pick up above his, you see this little angle here? Here? I'm going to pick up in this angle, and I'm going to place his feet now. See how he doesn't like it? I'm going to place it in the back. Now, he does not like full restraint. Do you see how he's flicking it, and he's actually awkward with his foot right now?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to take my hand and just lift up and place it until he lets me place it properly, okay? I'm just getting him used to that action. Do you see that? His rear is beautiful. Look at that. You want the hocks, Beth, perpendicular to the ground. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Perpendicular.
So it's stretching his leg back so it's straight down.
And you want it, in a perfect world, you want it underneath their hip.
Oh, okay.
So, stand. Loki, stand. Stand, yes.
We don't practice stand very much.
So, I want it perpendicular to the ground and under his hip. There. You want the corner, come on this side, Beth. You want the corner of his hip to fall down at the front of his foot.
Oh, okay.
The back corner of the hip. This is perfect.
Okay.
Perpendicular, toe, moved it. Toe up to the corner of the hip. There should be a straight line here. Good boy. Come on, buddy. That's a new training collar he got.
You got to get off.
Come on. Come on. Yes. No, you're fine. I don't think you knew you were standing on it. Or did you know you were standing
I was over that way, and then when
okay.
I thought I'd let go, I didn't realize I was still standing on
There you
it.
go. Okay, so both.
So it was a little bit.
What I want you to do is
Kara,
I want
listen.
you, Kara, to take a treat. No. And I want you to tell him to stand and stay. And I want you to try. Let me move him this way so you can't see from behind, can you? I want you to try and lift here and place a foot. Lift here and place his foot. And then give him a treat. Okay? You got that?
You can do it.
Come on, do it.
Just one foot?
So you're going to need to do this in the training.
Okay, then why don't I hold the treat?
Here.
That's fine. Can
Here.
I hold the treat?
I got the crunchy
No,
ones.
I got her. I got her.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
all
Kara,
about
I'll
like
hold
this.
him. You move the foot. So your hand goes right in here, okay? Yep. So lift up. Yes, good, Kara. Yes, perfect. And in the armpit. There you go. Good. Excellent. So try to go right in there.
So
Good.
feel like
Yeah.
right up under his.
No,
right in
further
there.
as we do.
Nope.
Like,
So
like,
you-
like I'm going
in the
here to
armpit.
you.
In here.
Yep.
In here. Yep, there you go. Yep, you got up. Let me, he got down. Come on, stand. Good. That's it. Yep, good. Excellent. Perfect. Good. Good.
So we're
I
in
need you
the
to practice that.
so we're in the ring. You'll be able to straighten out his feet, right?
Yeah, and
Or
right now,
get him in the
it
right
doesn't
position,
matter if it's pretty or not.
or just get
Right
him.
now, we need to teach him. I move a leg, I give you a treat. And once that protocol of leg, treat is ingrained, then now it's leg perfectly, treat. And if they move, no treat.
Okay.
We add a stay to that later. But if you teach the protocol when he's on the ramp, or when you're stacking him and he knows that's the protocol, he'll get to a point where he won't move a muscle and you can literally carve his outline by manipulating it.
Okay.
But right now we're just setting that precedence of leg, food.
Okay. Okay.
And I've gotten with Clyde to the point now where I've done it enough that if we're in a group ring and I tell him fix it and I'll like move this foot in front of that foot or this foot in front of that foot, he'll actually adjust which foot.
Oh.
But you get to that point later.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't even have to touch them. They'll just start inching it.
Start
and like
inching.
he'll wait for me to say, he'll be like, do you want it here? And I'll be like, here, here, yes. And then, yeah, it's really cool actually. So Kara, next we're gonna do the back ones, okay? The back legs. Okay. You want me to hold the treat again? Cool. So Loki, with the back legs, you're gonna reach here, okay, where this little hook is, and place his foot back, okay? Give that a try. Yes,
Lift
good
it up
job,
and put it
Kara.
there.
Try the other side. Yes, excellent, good. Now, can you try doing it just like that? But what I want you to do now is make sure his toes go down first and then the back of his foot. Do you see that? So, toes first, pick it up, toes, and then the back. Perfect! Do you see by doing that, Beth, watch her, it
Toes
makes the
down.
foot more compact.
Fall
That's
back.
perfect. That is perfect, Kara. Look at that angle.
Okay. I
She
see.
actually
Yep.
eyeballed that perfectly. Good job, Kara. That's perfect.
She's got some good.
If you scoot the foot, okay, your foot is like this. It should be like this. If you scoot the foot back by dragging it, it's going to flatten it. If you do toe first and then the foot, you get a nice little arch in the feet, and the feet look more compact and springy. So never drag them. Always lift them and go from
Lift
the
and
toe
place.
to the back. You want to place them.
I'm so happy.
I know, he likes it. He likes it.
We could get her
He's
to
gonna
bring.
be like Clyde one day. Clyde goes up to the judge now and he goes, I'm here for you, hi. He wags his butt. Good boy, Loki. Yeah, it's a good job, okay? So, let's try another stand stay. We haven't done that in a while, huh? If he sits, you say no and we move,
Okay.
okay? Shows coming up. I'll probably do Westminster in June.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to
The
send
Baltimore
you.
one?
The Baltimore one closed last Wednesday. Closed on Wednesday. But there are another few. If I find out about Westminster tomorrow, if we get into Westminster, I'm only going to do 1 or 2 local shows before Westminster. That's
Okay.
June 12th.
Okay.
Mommy, when are we going to do a show?
You
That's
are
what she's
too.
trying to
You're
figure
gonna
out.
let her
Whenever I
know.
get
But
my act together
if
and
we
get signed
don't
up.
get into Westminster, then I might do more local shows than
Okay.
I anticipated. It's a budgeting thing, right?
Right,
I mean, like
yeah.
Westminster's expensive.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
even imagine.
It's $100 just to enter. But my sister lives 20 minutes down the road in Westchester County.
Oh, that's
so they
nice.
may park my camper in her driveway. I'm like, this is going to be like family vacation. It's
Right.
gonna be awesome, like family Christmas. I'm going to
Right.
be that person.
Nice.
We're here, guys, from Virginia with all our dogs.
Work it up.
I was going to say the hotel would be really
She works at
expensive
Barclays on
there.
Wall Street, and like
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
yeah.
like they work in Manhattan. They're
Yeah,
those
right,
type of
right.
people. So like, yeah, it's gonna be really entertaining when Auntie Charlotte comes. Hey guys, I brought the dogs. Yeah, good. So next thing, Carol, I want you to tell him to stand and stay, and if he stays there, yes and treat.
Sweet, what is it? So white?
Here, these are crunchy. Here's the crunchy one.
This one's a little bit more
And they
crunchy
smell,
too.
hands smell like treats.
No, it doesn't. These don't. Look,
The whole leg.
these are the broken cookie. These are the hard
Just be a
cookies.
textile thing.
Oh, yeah.
You can also. She doesn't mind handling popcorn though.
No.
Air popcorn with
Okay.
no grease on it.
Stand.
Oh,
It might be a
okay.
texture thing. She might just not like having grease on her hands.
Yeah, okay.
Stand.
Well, I
These
think
are the
I'm
least
gonna
greasy.
take
These little round cookie
I like
things.
Yeah. That was good job, Kara. Do it again.
That big one is probably a little too big, but
Yes. Stay. Now pull the treat away for a second, then bring it back. Yes, there you go. Nice.
I moved, yep.
Nice.
Moved a little
Good.
bit.
So what are we
Kara,
training
you
him to
wanna
do
hold
now?
this, see if it's nicer
He's
for
going to have
you
to do
hold?
stand and stay.
Maybe you
Bernie's
like it a
getting
little bit
placed and
better?
looked at by the judge.
No. Okay. Cool.
Here. Okay, use one of these.
That's fine.
These are the crunchy
So
ones.
Kara, now here's what we're gonna do. Okay, now we're gonna go Loki. Stand, and I want you to put your foot out like this. Stand. No. If he sits, just no and try it again. Stand. No. Stand. Yes! Oh, that was so close!
Oh, it's like
So what I do is, and
didn't
like, you
actually
don't have
go.
to kick him, okay? What we're doing is we're just putting our foot up to block him to get some distance.
Okay.
You're kind of teaching him
Yes,
to
there,
stop.
there, feed him. Good, Kara. Right? And eventually the actual foot block just becomes
make him
this.
stop.
If you
Okay.
ever watch pictures of me in the ring, you'll see my foot up. My
Okay,
dog
and then you
knows to
move.
keep their distance. It's my stay.
Okay.
It's my stay without in the ring being in the dog's face being like stay. It's
Okay.
this.
The silent stay.
Yes, it's a silent stay. So, Loki, come. Stand, stay. No. Come on, Loki. You're getting tired. I know. Let's go. Stand. Stay.
Oh.
We tell him to sit too much.
Well, wait,
Well, or he's tired. One or the other.
Yes! There we go. And if you see there's... Oh, you guys aren't on my Facebook. Feel free to find me on Facebook.
Okay.
There's a video of Clyde in the group ring. I am always like 5 or 6 feet away from my dog in the group rings.
Yeah, you said you're not on top of them like a lot of people are.
No, because if
Want
you
the
have
dog.
to hold your dog like that to prove that it's nice, because the angles are so messed up, you have to hold the dog together. No, my dogs are good enough that I can be like, no, just look, that's the dog.
Right, you don't need to be.
What's your
doing
last name?
Wagner.
Wagner. Okay.
It's under Charlotte Wagner Harvey.
Harvey. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Stand. Stay.
Oh.
Nope. Come on. Come on. Stay. Yes, there we go.
It's like, wait, what am I
Stand.
And actually, his free stack is not terrible.
Okay.
That's just how he stands on, so it's not terrible. I'd want this, and now I go, okay, I want this foot back as smidge. Yes, thank you. And I want, then you can kind of
Okay,
fiddle.
kind of start playing with
Yeah.
how it was. Okay.
So what I want you to practice with the girls is first stand, stay, go back to that. Come here, Loki. He's like, guys, I'm so, you're done.
Well, and I think that
It's hot too. We could go inside where it's not so hot.
Yeah, we'll have to. It was cooler out back, and then I knew he wasn't moving from then.
What I want to do, I mean, and like he's okay. Just give him a break for a second. I want you guys.
Again.
She left.
That's fine.
She's done. It's okay. It's okay. I don't want to push her too hard. I know as a parent, like you want to kick her ass, and that's fine. I'm totally in support of that, by the way. But I also don't want her to think that training is a drag and it sucks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
So
she's
I'm like
got
kind
her-
of balancing.
So I saw a white version of this dog come out of the vet. It was
Like a Samoyed?
a Samoyed.
Yeah.
And it had like the perfect little prance.
So here's the problem.
And I'm like,
That's
wow,
not the
Loki doesn't do that naturally.
But prancing is not the correct movement.
Oh, yeah?
You want to know why?
Why?
If a dog prances, they're flicking from their wrist. It means their upper shoulder is too short. They don't have the shoulder back to extend out.
And do what
So
they
when
should.
you look at motion in a dog, you want to look at the upper arm, which is this, which his upper arm is that.
Yeah.
Okay.
His shoulder is that. His radius ulna is this. So what happens is with the dog, you want to see the movement come out like this.
Okay.
But dogs who don't have upper arm, that are mixing upper arm, or their shoulders aren't in the back, they're in their neck, they'll be like this in the front instead of like this.
Yeah, so they have to prance.
They have to prance because to get any distance, they have to flick their legs.
Okay. It looked fancy, like something you would see at Westwood, but I've never really
It's
paid attention.
appropriate for some breeds. Like the Papillon can have that. And the miniature pincher is notorious for it. They walk like this, like kind of like those, this way, like Tennessee walking horses. They move different.
Mhm.
But for a Kazund, to ever move like that, it's incorrect. There's something anatomically wrong with that, right?
Okay.
So I am the
kind of
snob
like-
ringside, and I look and I go,
That's wrong.
that's wrong, and that's wrong, and dump that, and like, yeah. And then I judge judges based on, so I play judge ringside, so I go through the breed standard and I learn the breed standard for every breed I watch. And then I sit and I watch the judge, and then I can tell if they know what they're doing or not, because either they'll put dogs up of the same size, or they'll put dogs up of similar color, or they'll put dogs up with similar head features, or I can tell you why he picked that bigger dog, even though it's bigger than that dog, and he picked a smaller bitch. It's because he likes the rear movement and front movement on the bitch, but on the male, this male is better because the other males don't move correctly in the front, but this one does. And like when you see fruit salad, I can usually be like, I know why they pick fruit salad. They like different things about different dogs.
Right.
Okay.
But that also means the breed itself is in trouble because you don't have consistency across the board where the judge can actually say these dogs are similar.
Yeah,
and
I
want all
see.
of
I
it.
mean, on the
Not easy to
Facebook
be a
thing, I seem
judge,
to
I guess.
see that
It's hard. It's hard to be a judge.
That
That's my
a lot
ultimate
of
goal.
people complain about judging on the K-films, and I don't
Yeah.
know if it's because they're just not seen as much.
So the problem
Or-
with judging is you
Could
have
be.
what are called breeder judges. So like I am a border terrier breeder, and one day my first breed to judge will be borders because that's what I'm most familiar with. So like I know the border terrier inside and out. The problem is once I know the border terrier, I can also take a couple of seminars to learn about the fox terrier and about the Kerry blue terrier and about the Airedale. And once I've done 5 terriers, I can judge the whole terrier group.
Oh, interesting.
I may not know what's right for a Chesky terrier or a Norwich.
Right. So they could just do non-working groups. Or
They
whatever.
could be the non-sporting group. They could be total pros at Dalmatians and total pros at Bulldogs and total pros at Poodles. And then they say Kazund, and they're like, well, it doesn't move like a pig. Yeah, it's complicated and very political.
I've seen.
But for me,
some
it's
of
chess.
that.
It's constant mental chess. And like for me, as the outsider, I'm always like, how do I get ahead of the game so that when it's my turn to be a judge,
Are we
You
guaranteed to
want-
have a
I can
judge
checkmate.
that will know a case hound at every show?
you can do your research. And on Facebook, there is a page called Judge's Report Card.
Yeah,
It's
and then
like
the
Rate My
ladies-
Teacher.
if
And
you
judges
look,
are
they'll
on there.
complain. Ruth Ann would know. She would be like, use this judge, use that judge.
So what do you
awful.
do? It doesn't matter. You have a puppy right now. It's about exposure. It doesn't matter
yeah.
who you're showing to.
That's true.
But
just
I
gotta
keep
get
a
in.
diary. I keep a
But I
diary.
wanted to
with a
do
lot.
Baltimore. I can't believe it.
Let's go. I want to move him quickly to see how he moves. Let's go. So when you walk the dog show, feel the toe. You're not bouncing up and down like this, okay?
Yeah,
Feel
right.
the toe so that you stay level. He moves like his front arm extends out.
He moves like a what?
His front arms, see how they extend out. He reaches for air. It's beautiful. I'm gonna move him back and forth so you can.
Okay.
No, come, you're being silly. Let's go over here. Move towards your people. Go on this side.
Oh, you do that one.
You see how he reaches? He really reaches. So reach is how far does the dog reach, and drive is how far do they push from behind.
Okay.
You want a dog that's balanced. And what you're looking for is the legs to come together like this, and then alternate.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you're looking for the reach is how far do they reach forward, and the drive is how far do they kick out and go underneath them.
Oh, okay.
Right? Let's go.
Yeah, he's almost like hitting his back feet.
Yeah. He has reach and drive. Now, one thing I'm noticing, in the front, he's not crossing over. Do you see that?
Should he be crossing?
He is stepping like this. No.
Okay.
That tells me he has really nice shoulders. Once again, if they're if they're
Yeah.
tight in the front,
Oh, then he'll cross.
they cross like
because
this
they can't get it.
because they don't have the width. So the shoulders for those dogs are usually in the neck
Oh, okay.
because instead of this, it becomes this.
and then they
This.
have to do that.
Yeah, this. This is ugly. I
Mhm.
call it paddling. You see them paddling in the front and they
Yeah.
cross over.
Yep.
No, he does not cross over. And then in the rear, you want to look. If these are the hawks, you want to see in the rear, do they move like this? Or do they move like this and cross over?
Yeah, they run straight.
Yeah, he's a gorgeous dog. He's a gorgeously built dog.
I mean, now, do you want me to try to do that? You want to watch him?
Ella will be a good distraction because he'll want to follow Ella. All kids, he wants to follow.
What I want you guys to do is we're going to do a loop around with the palm. So, here's what I want you to do. You anchor with your right, correct with your left, twist the leash forward.
Okay.
But what you have to do is give the leash flex and sideways.
Okay.
You have
Whoop.
to give, there you go. You got to give the leash correction at the right time, right?
Okay.
The right length. So here I could give a correction and I'd make contact. I can hear it, right?
Okay.
Here
Too tight.
it's too loose. You're not going to make a correction. You don't need to. But if tension's already on,
That's tough. You might want to put your bike helmet on. those are hard to be able to rollerblades.
Master rollerblades.
Yeah, my brother mastered rollerblades. He's trying to teach me.
He's trying to teach Ella, yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah, so using his coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put on your bike helmet because you will fall.
I got thrown off work the other day, and she'd be dead if she hadn't had a helmet on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's where the bruises come from. Got bruises all up and down. I was showing on 2 sprained ankles.
The-
So commit. Say let's go and commit. There you go, Beth. You got to commit. Let's go. There you go. Follow.
Do you have a treat handy?
Beautiful. Yes, feed him. That's beautiful.
Here.
Chris is like, don't forget to feed him.
Yeah, that was the rest of my treat.
That's
doesn't
my.
it feel smooth?
That's it?
Well, no, I have more,
I
but
got more if you need. Keep walking. Keep walking.
didn't know how many you needed. Don't
Let's
give.
go. Doesn't it feel smooth, the clicking though? It's like butter.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, good, Beth. Good, you committed there. Good. Excellent, Beth. Excellent. Okay, Chris, take over. How do you like your body harness for the GoPro?
The second time I've ever
comfy.
used it. Yeah.
It's pretty comfy. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking of getting one because we're gonna start doing dog training videos and stuff,
They're
and it's the perfect angle.
Super cheap if
So
you get
I
them
know
off
you always
eBay.
said
Oh,
they're-
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get, this is a knockoff.
Okay.
You don't have to spend $75 for the real one.
That's my beef,
you can,
and I'm like, what if it's uncomfortable?
you can get a big pack of a bunch of
Good boy.
stuff for like 20 bucks.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like a
eBay.
million
So you can
accessories.
go after
So
her.
same thing. Let's go.
Let's go.
Good. Give him a little bit more slack.
Stay with me. We're going to go down here. Good boy. You ready for a treat? Yeah? You about ready for a treat? Good boy.
Keep walking,
Let's go.
Keep walking, Chris. Don't turn towards him. There you go. There you go. So second two.
Good boy.
Forward and stop turning towards him and kept going.
Right. Let's go.
Excellent. That's perfect.
Stay with me. Good boy. That's a good boy.
But so for him, we're talking about like doing other
So
things.
stop, Chris. If he watches the kids, tell him leave it once, leave it twice, and if by the second time he doesn't leave it, then you move. So tell him leave it when he's fixated on them. Now,
Leave it.
leave it again.
Leave it. Let's go.
And then, yes. Stay
Good
with
boy.
it.
Oh, good boy.
You can turn back again. That's perfect.
You can go back with
Okay.
You can get back when you can. That's perfect, Chris. Let's go. Go with your dad. Oh, he has purple crocs on. Excellent. I have a great-
Right,
I really wish I know what they're green. I was like, this is perfect. I got a pink shirt.
Let's go.
I know it's perfect.
Let's go. Stay with me if you want a treat. Let's go.
Good, good, good. He didn't stop that time. That's good. Now turn to your right, make a U-turn, and try going past the wrong way.
Yeah, he loves to say hi to.
Yes.
Good boy. Good boy following me.
Yeah, we're just training constantly. Hey, breathe. So tell him leave it.
Leave it.
Good. Leave it.
Leave it.
Yes, good boy.
Leave it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Paying attention to me. You gotta stay with me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You're being a good boy. Yes, you are. Yeah, good boy. I know you want to chase after her, but leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Pay attention to me. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, you're a good boy.
And there's instructions from do you have other people typing this down?
Yeah.
There's instructions
Also,
on
we
how
could
to
do
build
like
your
some
own jump.
jumping and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But with
I-
jumping, you just want to go really low right now. What the?
Oh.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
She needs her helmet on tight. Yeah, she's crazy.
Like I said, helmets are good. You can build jumps. You can build weave poles.
Yeah, because he.
With what now?
PVC
Chili.
piping.
Yes.
For
Take some
agility,
jumps.
just mess with it. Also, you can do trick dog training. If you want to do trick dog training, like I'm an AKC evaluator, we could put a trick dog title on him if you want to. His hair is driving me insane. We could put a trick title on him if you wanted to.
He's good
there's
at
all
catching
kinds
his
of
toys in midair.
stuff. That's awesome. That also means we should probably do duck diving with him one day.
Yeah, that's what I
'Cause,
well, I
like,
mean, he
they
loves
fly
it. So
right off the
somebody
dog.
said that they like follow to the bottom with their hair, so you can put like vests on them, right?
Yeah, I use a float coat. I use
Okay.
the rough wear float coat on my guys because the problem is my pit bulls, they're all top heavy.
Yep.
So they jump and then they sink like this, like the Titanic. So my blue girl Luna, even though she's a very good swimmer, she sinks because she's a tank.
Well, that's what they said. I mean, he's only been in water up to like his, his
He's
belly.
weighted. He's weighted. Yeah.
So but yeah, they say that if you put him in like deep water,
He'll just sink. So yeah, the
Straight
rough wear
down.
float coat is worth every penny and is fantastic, and I adore them. But yeah,
So I was thinking about taking him to a field and trying to start him with catching a frisbee.
Yeah,
But
so
I don't
when
want to
you do
hit him.
that
In, how do you start that?
you take the frisbee and you tease him with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you hold it and you let him jump while it's in your hand.
Okay.
He needs to first train his eye to like
be able to
grab
see
it
it,
in
okay.
air.
Right.
Right. So I take my frisbee or whatever. If this is my frisbee, I take my frisbee, I tease him with it, and then I hold it like this, and I say, "Get it!" And when they grab it, I say, "Yay!" And I play tug with the frisbee or whatever.
yeah, we have that.
So you
that
start with that,
Right.
and then
And he
once
also
you
wants to
have
take him
that,
off
then
leash.
it's like sit, stay, and you hold it out like this, and you say, "Okay, get it," and they have to now jump to get it out of your hand, and as they grab it, you release it.
Okay, so it's staying out of the hands. I mean,
And then
I think
you
he'll be
try
good
like
at it.
throwing it at him.
Right.
Okay.
Now the
As if
problem
they-
is you want to do everything very low contact right now until his growth plates have closed.
Oh, so you don't
like
hurt
you can
his-
exactly, you don't want him jumping and vaulting too much.
Okay.
So So the nice thing about agility is you can do like low jumps, but most of the other stuff is contact equipment that he has to climb. That doesn't matter. That's not impact based.
Okay. Yeah, I was surprised that just a few things when we went to Clydemoor, like they had those little, like, fencing things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought he was going to climb over it. He's like, boop.
Yeah, he's like, no problem. He's like, I'm a pony.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, he's built so well, like it's easy for him.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm like, I wish I could climb over it
Yeah.
so well.
No, not so much a thing anymore.
It's
only gonna get worse though.
Right? I know. It's just like, between this
It's like I could
already.
bitch about slowly aging, or I could just accept it and be like, okay, well, we'll just make small lifestyle adjustments.
Oh, so yeah, it's, yeah. And then it was all the wonderful weight I gained over this year.
I had to. I was forced to because fibromyalgia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
it's
it.
a pain.
I should. I've got that GERD issue going
Oh,
on.
you do? Fun times.
Yeah, they want to stick a tube
Tube
down
down
my
your
nose
throat.
for like
And leave it there for 24 hours.
That
Camera,
long?
yes.
I don't know if it's a week, at least 24 hours. I get to go home with it.
Oh my
He's like, well,
god.
this is here.
Sounds awful, doesn't it?
He's like, you'll just have a mask on someday. We won't know you have
I
a tube
have
down here.
panic attacks. I'd have to be under full anesthesia for the full 24
I don't know
hours
if I
or
could do
knocked
that.
out.
I don't know
I'd
if I
have to
could
be
swallow.
knocked out.
Apparently
Like
it's
gagging
really
thing.
small.
I have a huge gag reflex, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Man.
You're little tired little poochie poochie.
He done.
You
So
poochie
use
poochie
the
tired.
prong, work on stand stay, work on in the armpit, the front legs,
Okay.
and the back legs.
Okay,
You'll be
I'm
good.
bummed by Miss Baltimore. I didn't realize it was closing that quick. This
Yeah,
past
because it's
week
on
has
the 22nd. They always close 2 weeks before the actual show. Like, I'm like, March seemed like forever, like so long, and I'm like, how are we like on April, what now?
been- Yeah, it's already middle of April.
I don't know, I don't know how that happened. So, yeah. Do you want to keep the prong? Or do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
wanna,
just let me know
okay.
how much I needed. and I'll-
I can bill you if
then-
you want to.
Yeah,
They're
fill it
$50.
out. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Do you have another color than green?
I don't, unfortunately, because caninology. You
Oh, that
can-
makes sense.
You can order off of Etsy. The guy, I can send you the link
Yeah,
to the guy who
green's
makes
fine.
them. You can
It'll be
get-
Yeah,
easy to
it's
see
fine.
his fur.
Just give us the link because we're going to
No,
need
they
it by
do-
like
they
a
do-
week.
They
It's-
do turquoise.
Okay.
They do turquoise.
No, he's fine with green.
I just do green because like my dogs
fine.
have all different colors too. But like
At the rate he's
They'll
going,
be
in
easy.
2 weeks we'll need that extra link that you took out.
no, hold on. I'm giving you both of them.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm
he's,
giving you
that's
both of
fine.
them.
I mean, we'll be able to see the green and all his fur.
Yeah, and you can always also order the extra links on Amazon from the Hermspringer links. I just recommend make sure you get the Hermspringer brand.
Oh, do you have they have the tag, so I know when I'm buying if I need to buy more.
Yep, and it should say on the back 2.25.
Okay, perfect. Those are done. Awesome.
So you have to buy another spare for yourself.
I just keep them on my leashes now. It's just so much easier than like putting them on and taking them. Yes, look at him kicking ass.
Yes, I was just like,
Whoa, my
Well-
glasses.
So we'll need to do this for what, like a month maybe? Until he gets
yeah.
good at...
Or until he gets good
Leave
at
it.
it, and then slowly we wean him off. And the way we wean him off is we start with the prong collar, and then we put him on the prong collar and the black
Yep,
collar, and
yep.
only the black collar with the prong collar still on him, but
him,
not
so he
attached.
Right.
Yeah, we wean him off. It's
Okay.
a process.
That's a good plan.
good boy.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe a month, maybe 2 months, like as long as it takes. And
Right.
then it's going to be like, well, we're going to use the prong collar for walking him, you know, at Shenandoah.
A
or
high
whatever,
distraction.
Or a hike. Exactly, but we use the regular collar in the neighborhood. As
Okay.
things normalize, you use it less.
He's better with me with people still. I mean, dogs and kids.
More
are
puppies
more of it.
jumping
The
at him.
puppies are the best.
Nah, he's
Yes.
not too bad. I don't know. It depends. Like if he's
He's got some
tired
nice
a little
chompers.
bit,
Let me look at your teeth.
he'll be
There
better
you go.
like when he's tired.
Yes.
sure.
Well, yeah.
I'm a
He's
zombie.
lazy.
I'm a zombie. You're getting all your woolen over here. This is great.
That is
This
yeah,
is
those are
great.
yours.
This
We
is
had to get a
fantastic.
big old knot out of those the other day, didn't we? Because after we went, we got a little dirty, didn't we?
Yeah, it did happen. He's like, yeah, it's so hot and tired.
He loves the kiddie pool. We put the kids in a little tiny kiddie pool and he's, oh my goodness.
So what really gets fun is when in the kiddie pool, you also like from Walmart get like the play balls for the ball pits, and you do water and balls, and the dogs will actually dive through. And
I think we still have a bunch of those.
Yeah, they love those. They love it.
We had some. Do we still have?
Yeah, I think we still have it. I think it's in that container in the
We
back.
have some
there.
of those from a
bounce house we had.
Yeah, exactly.
We gave away the bounce house, but never the balls.
Yeah, because they're fun, and now you have a puppy. They can just go crazy. What I do with my guys sometimes is in puppy class, we have the kiddie pool. We fill it with the balls, and we hide treats in it, and the puppies have to climb through the balls
So
to find
which?
the treats.
Do you just have the plastic ones from Walmart? Okay.
The $10 ones, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought I was
Yeah,
trying
we're
to
gonna
find
get
At my
some
house,
already.
I use a water trough because we have so many dogs and they break. I use a Rubbermaid water trough. The 20-gallon water trough is like from here to about here,
Oh.
and about that wide, but only about that deep. So that's what I use at home, because it's Rubbermaid, it's heavy.
Right, yeah.
That's just for them to play in?
Just for them to play in, yeah. And then I'll get from the dollar store, I'll get like some sandcastle containers, like plastic buckets, and I'll fill them with toys and tennis balls and treats. And then I fill it with like diluted chicken broth, and I freeze the whole thing so it's a cube, dump it upside down in the middle of the pool, and they're like gnawing on ice in the middle of the summer trying to get their toys out.
Oh, that's
out
a
of
good
a
idea.
brick.
Because he likes the ice. So if I have to take these in and out, how do I do this?
So the best way to do it is you pinch here,
Okay.
because it's squeezy. You pinch
And,
and
pull it.
place.
And then you just pinch and pull
And
it
then you
out.
pinch and pull out.
Okay. All right, cool. I was sitting here trying to play with that.
No,
and
you're
I'm
fine.
not.
Yeah, we wouldn't have figured that out,
It's
bro.
like Lincoln Logs or any of those. You just
Gotta be
pinch
smart
and
enough
put
to
in.
figure out how to pinch,
Yeah,
which I have like
pinch
no
and put in.
string. Here we go.
There you go. It's
Yay.
actually not that hard.
Yay!
Good
Well,
boy.
Congratulations. I'm bummed
Thank
I
you.
screwed on Baltimore.
It's okay.
It's all right. There's plenty
There'll be
more.
more shows. I think there's one in Maryland at Howard County in May.
All right, that would be
And
amazing.
Howard County's right near Frederick. I mean, from here,
Oh, so it wouldn't be
it's
that
not
bad.
even an hour.
No.
You just go up 270. Like, it's not hard.
Okay.
Is that one you're going to? Well, you don't know about. You got to
I
find
don't
out
know
when's
until I know about
Weston.
Weston.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as of 2 days ago, when I inquired, they had not reached their full entries yet for Westminster. So there is a high chance that
Chance
we
you
made
could
it
make
in.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many people last minute are entering, being like, "Oh crap, the deadline's coming up," and then it's a random lottery. Only
I
the
think too
top
many
5
people.
in your breed are invited. Because top 5 of every breed are invited by invitation; they're guaranteed entry, and then everything else after that is a lottery, pending how many people actually submit an entry.
So it depends how many people off the top 5 enter.
But there aren't that many keys out. So one day.
One day. Yeah, it
Absolutely,
doesn't matter,
one day.
though, right? It doesn't matter by
Absolutely.
breed, does it?
No, that's the problem. I
See, it's
asked them,
just
like, is it
lottery.
a ratio? It's just
So it could
random
be-
lottery.
Oh,
so there
it's
could be
random.
like 50 Australian Shepherds and 2 Dalmatians for all we know.
Oh, okay.
It's
Gotcha.
random lottery.
Wow.
It's not even per breed.
Oh, I thought it was per breed.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah,
because
that's
I
what I was
called them and I was like, okay, so based on my calculations, my dog finished the championship today. Can I enter Westminster now? And they're like, or do I have to wait for you to send me my certificate? And they're like, the premium says that as long as your dog's a champion on the day of entry, and we can go back and like prove the points. And I'm like, I did the math. Yes, he is a champion. I did the math like 5 times. Check. I'm like, okay, when I enter him, like, what's the process? So like, I had a laundry list of things for the AKC before I even entered.
Okay.
But yeah. So now I know about the stuff and the things.
Well, then,
Yeah.
you get to go through.
Okay, you win Westminster, you get a giant trophy, and then what? You
But, like,
stud them out? Or
So
what do you
no, like the ideal. So for me, like I've never done Westminster. It's been a childhood dream. I had a dog that actually would have gotten an invite, but I had to send him back to the breeder because he'd hit an elbow dysplasia. Top 10 amp staff in the country, multiple group placements. Like, he was amazing, but the breeder was just really crappy. I wanted to neuter him and keep him. She threatened to sue me.
What?
Yeah, she threatened to sue me because he was the most titled dog that she had ever bred. So he had to go back to her because we co-owned him.
Oh.
Never again. So Clyde's like my new prospect now, and so for me, I just want to go to take him because I can, and I want to like scope it out. I've been there to watch Westminster. I've never participated. Perfect. Loki, leave it.
Oh, yeah.
Leave it. Leave it. Start moving back.
Leave it? Leave it?
Yes.
Let's go this way.
Go.
Leave it. Leave it.
Moving.
Look at me. Leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Good boy. Here.
So for me, I'll be
Good boy.
happy just to be in the ring. And in a reality world, we might get an award of merit, which means your dog's not best of breed, but the judge values the quality of the dog. An award of merit from Westminster would be really nice.
Yeah, right.
Best of breed would be icing on the cake. And if we even got a group win, he's a dog that I think could win like a national specialty eventually. Like, he's not even mature yet. And he's kicking ass.
He's kicking
Like,
good.
I was gonna pull him and let him mature, but he's winning so much I can't pull him.
You're not
from
going to pull
shows.
him.
No.
So that's the thing also about the maturity. So do you
Oh, they're
do
slow to
diapers?
mature. So slow to mature.
But do you put diapers on and all that stuff for them?
For a female?
Just,
But when the bleeding, you don't.
Oh, if they're in season, yeah, they'll wear diapers. But to be honest, when my bitches are in season, I have them on lockdown. They're in a crate most of the time, and they keep
So they can't
themselves
go.
pretty clean.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
I start off with like, okay, I think they're about to go into season. I put a white towel in, so I know exactly when they go to season.
Right,
Okay.
Right, like you tell. And then I go to the darker towels,
Okay.
right, the dark wash. And then like they wear diapers and stuff when they're out. If they're just loose in the yard and the males are put away, no, I just kind of rotate them.
Okay. Right.
But they spend way more time in a crate.
But is there anything we need to worry about with him? I guess I'm just more worried that he's going to be jumping on it. I mean, Zoe's finally getting to the point she won't let him jump on her. I'm like, he could pee on you. And he's like, she's like, what? I'm like, it's not really pee, but it's kind of like pee. Cause I'm like, I'm not going to explain to you what
you don't need to know.
Right. And she's like, what? He's gonna do his almost pee thing. And I'm like, yeah. You better get your butt.
Don't let him climb on your back. He doesn't spend very much time in a crate at all.
So here's the thing: if he becomes over, so the problem with humping is sometimes it's sexual, but sometimes it's
aggressive
displacement behavior.
Oh, okay.
The dog doesn't know what else to do, so they're just going to start humping.
Yep.
It's like with the dachshund. Sometimes she doesn't know what to do, so she just starts barking.
Okay.
She doesn't know why she's barking, but she's barking because she doesn't know what to do.
Okay.
So we call that displacement behavior. It's a natural behavior that's out of context.
Leave it.
Okay.
So a lot of times when dogs get frustrated, if they're overstimulated, they'll start humping because they don't know how to deal with it.
Okay. All right.
So like the first assumption is it's not sexual. To be honest with humping, I tell them off once, off twice, and if they continue, I put them in timeout or they go in a crate.
Okay.
Like I just don't tolerate it.
Okay, that's fair. We could do that.
There's no need for that.
Yeah, I mean, because I've never had a dog that
Intact
wasn't
male
fixed.
dog. Yeah.
So
It's not as big of a
and
thing
even my
as you
cats
think
have
it is.
always been fixed.
Yeah, it's not as big of a deal as you think it is.
My buddy used to let his dog
Well, I mean,
do it when I was
back
growing
then,
up. He's like, watch this. And the dog would be going on it. And it's like, and I'm like, that's not going to end well.
No, how about not? How about not?
Yeah, because I was just with the vet was like, oh, when he gets aggressive, we're gonna have to get him in and get him fixed. And I'm like, what?
First of all, your vet is full of shit. The most behavior issues across the board, statistically, are neutered male dogs.
Well, there's maybe another reason maybe to switch vets because I've been debating about switching vets.
Like your vet.
To Seneca?
Well, I was.
This is Herndon told us, right?
By
This
the
is
way,
Herndon,
your
like-
dog needs their reproductive hormones to mature. If your dog doesn't mature and you neuter them early, like 6 months, what some vets say, you're going to keep them juvenile for way longer. They've never mentally matured. It's the difference between like a male having a vasectomy in their like 40s or 50s because they're like, we're done with kids, versus like a eunuch who gets his balls chopped off to keep the nice falsetto voice.
Oh, okay.
You neuter them early, they retain juvenile characteristics, and they never mature. They also, you'll notice dogs that are neutered early, they're on stilts because the hormones haven't hardened their bones, so they grow longer and leggier and taller. They're disproportionate.
She just said if you got aggressive, but I'm not.
No, but aggression is fear-based, territorial,
And not
or
anything to do with
dominant. It has nothing to do with them having testes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
It's
know.
part of what
We're
they do.
still
They
trying
make
to deal
money.
with
They're,
this.
Yeah,
they're-
absolutely.
they do it a lot. And
But you know what the problem
they hand
is,
it out like
especially
candy.
with spays. My beef is with spays. They say, well, it's a routine procedure. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not invasive. You're taking out the ovaries and a hysterectomy. Do you have any friends that have had a hysterectomy done?
I'd have to think.
I know one, but I haven't talked to her since she's had it done.
But you start talking to these people and you realize like the
hormone
intense, the
issues,
hormone issues afterwards, the hormone imbalances. On top of that, the care alone. Like you go through early menopause, like you've had massive surgery, you're recovering from major surgery. That's what a spay is. It's an hysterectomy. You take everything out.
Yeah, I mean, I remember they did it with one of my cats. I was like so little. I'm like, how is that even possible? I'm like, can you even find the parts?
Like it's dangerous.
Yeah,
So what a lot of breeders opt now is they do a partial spay. They take out the uterus, which can get infected. You get pyometra. It's a health
Right, that's
risk,
what happened to that other
But
dog.
they leave in the ovaries.
Oh, so they can do the thing.
So the hormones are still in
So
place.
the hormones are still there.
That
You know
makes
what they
sense.
do with males now? They vasectomize them.
Ah.
Or they've now shown they're doing more research in it right now. Zinc. If you inject the testes with zinc, it kills the sperm. So what you do is you just make them sterile.
Huh, interesting.
You inject them and make them sterile.
Yeah, I
But
know.
yeah, like, I'm sorry, but this whole, I don't know where this trend originally started, but it became a cultural phenomenon of like, neuter them and spay them, it'll fix all your problems. And I'm like, dude, they were born with them. Do we go around castrating and sterilizing women and men? Like,
I
no.
know.
Yeah. Some we probably should, but
I know, like neighborhood watch style, like there's some men and people, yeah, you know.
Probably for the best.
Probably for the best, we should probably, sure. There is a category of human that belongs in that